happens when they uphold some and overturn some?
Trevor, at the very foundation, and I say the prolegomena in this disputation is the basic structure. The basic structure doctrine sets off everything and would define whether or not reggae can be back to its feet in another form. So that if you find then that you can amend the Constitution in the manner contemplated by Article 257 and in the manner that the amendment was commenced by His Excellency the President through the committee that was appointed, it means that then you can get certain things right, even if the court finds that certain other things, including, because questions like the culpability or non-culpability of the president are side questions. Whether he can be taken to court for violations, those are side questions. Those do not go into the depth of the process of constitutional reform.
Yeah.
Now remember, this basic structure doctrine, if the court locks the door on the basic structure doctrine, then it means that we will continue to have a rigid constitution that will be incapable of amendment in the form proposed in the BBI draft. So that is important. Secondly, on the question of IEBC, the question of whether or not, and I told you I litigated the two cases as IEBC advocate, and I won the cases as to whether under the IEBC Act, 3 is a quorum. That was a finding by the High Court, and then of course this BBI thing then came and found the opposite. That is important for a clean conduct of the elections, that it then also sanitizes whatever the IEBC did before the other commissioners came on board. That is an important process because it also goes to the rules.
Yeah.
On the question of validation of the register for the referendum and the existence of a law, a referendum act, I think that will give Parliament an opportunity to deal with the gaps that are there. And that can be done even when reggae is back once the basic structure is unlocked.
Yeah. And
this amendment then can move forward. I think question of signatures can all be regularized. So I think for me, the biggest win in the BBI debate or in the reggae debate is this, that if the court largely finds that this process can get back on whichever form, then it is a win for Azimio because then it can provide a formula for sharing of government and provide hope for members of coalitions that are there. And this is both to Azimio and to Kenya Kwanza anyway, that it gives you a framework to form a workable structure of an executive. I think that for me is the biggest win for unlocking the BBI today by the Supreme Court. And my guess perhaps is correct, that there will be certain wins in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will overturn a number of findings of the Court of Appeal, including the basic structure.